How's it going, guys? It's Oceans Breaks here, back for another review, this time on the LEGO Star Wars Starship Collection Millennium Falcon set. I got this one as a gift from my girlfriend's parents, actually, but it retails for $90 US, 90, and it really took a while to get this thing together. It was 11 total bags for a total part count of 921 pieces. So this is a very, very dense model, and you can feel that when you pick it up. It has weight to it. It's very weighty. I haven't scaled it, measured it for weight, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is nearing 2, maybe 3 pounds. We'll start up at the front of the ship, up at the infamous mandibles, if you will. They are very much done well. So is the rest of this ship. There's not too many spaces where I wish something was made better or designed better. I feel like all the greeveling detail on here is done well, done nicely. You have all the side detailing over here, which is accomplished by just having a little panel on a clip hinge, and that just folds in. Around the sides to your docking ports, this is a print here, and every detail on the set is a print. So there's no stickers involved whatsoever on the set, which is amazing. So that whole docking port area is a sticker. Coming around to the back to your engine area, they went with which is pretty standard now for LEGO larger scale Millennium Falcons. They have this hose piece going around the back to represent the engine output, the thruster, if you will, and it does the job. It looks like what we see in the movies, what we see of this ship in Star Wars. It gives a good representation of it, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I feel like this is a technique they should continue to use all throughout making these larger Millennium Falcons, so not like poly bags or stuff like that. Now, cockpit side docking port has the same print as the opposite side, and to the cockpit itself, this is one of the areas where, due to LEGO math and parts and what they have on hand, it doesn't look the prettiest from the top-down view. So here I've just popped the model off of its stand, and real quick, that's my hand for comparison. So it is a quite large model and quite heavy model, but this is what I was saying about the cockpit area. Yeah, where the entry bridge connects to the main cockpit, and even where the bridge connects to the main fuselage of the ship, little cat hair there, you can see there's some quite significant gappage in between all of there, and that's not the designer's fault. That more or less it's the fault of the pieces themselves and LEGO math, how things line up. You don't have these exact angles in exactly what you need to cover all that up nicely, especially at the scale. They were able to get this little flap back here to cover up this little detail, so that's something. But yeah, I like what they did with the cockpit, with yet another 2 printed pieces. This nose bit is a 2x2 printed rounded tile, and then this cone piece is a hollow cone typically used on, I believe, rocket engines. Up at the mandibles, those are 4 printed 2x2 round tiles, all the same print, just oriented around. Up top you do have your standard quad laser cannon turret for the dorsal side of the ship, and that is built very well. It is built up nicely. It represents what it needs to and doesn't really take away or detract from the model at all. It looks nice from basically every angle you look at it. And below there, you have the same print as you do for the nose of the cockpit here. So good double usage there. And that's for the viewport. And that's for Luke or Han to be able to look out of here and know where they're shooting. I forget who goes up and who goes down, really. Unfortunately, on the belly side, there is no belly turret here. Instead, there's this giant 2x2 gaping hole that goes kind of deep into the model. And that is actually for the stand. So if I bring the stand back in here, it has that whole 2x2 brick section, and it's even studded on the top here with a little bracket piece. And that just slides into the model, and it connects up inside, and it makes for a very sturdy connection and a very sturdy base to support this thing, because again, it is very girthy. It has a lot of mass to it, a lot of weight. It's going to want to wiggle around. It doesn't too much there, a little bit. But in terms of playability and play features, you're really slim to none here. This is oriented as a display model, which I will most definitely be displaying prominently in my future LEGO room, but currently in my bedroom. In terms of playability, all you really have is moving this quad laser turret up and down. You can move the radar dish just a little bit, but I don't really qualify that as a play feature. If I pop it off the stand, again, it is pretty swooshable. Like, you can have it in your hand, you can fly it around, and it's not really going to break. These panels on all four sides, they have a pretty good technique to keep them in place. So they're connected back into the main fuselage of the ship, just with a little clip. And then each upper and lower section of the panel are also clipped to each other. So you clip it onto the ship, and then you pinch them together and they clip to each other, and that provides a good sturdy connection. 6 back here are also printed pieces. A lot of really nice printed pieces in this set. I am thoroughly impressed, and I really enjoy this set as a whole. I believe this set has gotten me into the Starship collection because I want to collect them all now. Real quick, here's the build for that radar dish. It's nothing too fancy, nothing too complicated. The base itself is basic. It's black, it's reminiscent of the UCS style bases. It's even got its own little mini plaque. But yeah, it's got the grill tile designs that are sort of reminiscent of the display or the diorama sets that they did. I don't know if they're continuing with that or like the Starship collection replaced it or what's going on there, but me personally, I like the Starships better. But yeah, you can sort of see how this is built at the angle. You got a couple of Technic pins up in here, and then some window panels to hold at that given angle. This is a very nice printed 4x4 tile with 1 row of studs here. I believe every Starship collection has it for the respective ship, which is again another aim for collectability and collectors of this series, which I very much now am. My first one being, I believe, the biggest and most expensive of them all currently. One thing that is a little disappointing about this set comes in the instruction manual. And I should really say booklet because this thing's binded. It's a bound instruction manual. I think you have something like 400 steps, 339 steps. So there's a lot of building that goes on here. But early on in the instructions, when you're building the main core chunks of the ship, you have sections like this here, where you have little studs representing different characters. Like you have R2 there, you have C3PO there, you have Chewbacca represented there, and the holotable. And the instructions even give a little snippet of what's going on, what's showing on in this scene. And it's really nice to see that. It's really nice to see like a little scene represented, but then steps later, you cover the whole thing up in a way that's completely inaccessible unless you fully destroy the model. So yeah, like right there, you just completely cover that up. So I guess it's one of those things where only if you build it, you know about it. And yeah, here's another thing. Here's another one. You have Han represented, Leia represented, 3PO represented, all in that little area. And you have the snippet and the instructions there. And then it's completely covered up, completely inaccessible. I don't know what the choice of that was. I think there's one more here. Yep. There's one more here with Luke represented and old Ben Kenobi represented. And there's your little snippet, little quote there. And then a couple steps later, it's completely covered up. There you go. So that's one thing, or I guess the only thing that upsets me really about this model. Other than that, I love it. It is a beautiful, beautiful build. It came together nicely. It took a while to finish only because there were so many parts and it was quite repetitive, especially with these corner pieces. The base of them gets pretty repetitive, but it all comes together for a beautiful display model that I adore and I will enjoy for years to come. But yeah, that is my review on the LEGO Star Wars Starship Collection Millennium Falcon. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.